Apologies for looking like a hot mess. Hey guys, it's Angie Rush here, and I am sadly sick. As you can tell, I look like a roach. My slippers are on. They're little bunnies or bears. I don't know if you guys know what they are. Like, please help me. So I was going to, and I started filming a period talk video because that's what was requested on my video of my most embarrassing period stories, and I will link that down below if you haven't seen it. It's a pretty funny video and it's really embarrassing. But I got a couple of requests from a couple of girls about periods because they're very like uneducated in that area, and they were just younger girls, and I planned on doing that video, and I started it, and then I was like, no, like I need this video with more I need to have more notes for this video because I do want it. I'm not a sex ed teacher, but I did want it to be very more educated, so that video should be coming up soon. I just want it to be right and done right to help girls when it comes to that situation. So I have a story time, and this story time, as you can see by the title, is kind of messed up and stupid, and I just wanted to say this to you. It's a very short story time, but I did want to say it because I didn't want to say it to precaution whoever's watching this, and just for you guys to be safe. It's more of it's a story that comes with a message, and I really want you guys to understand and hear it out. So let's jump right into it. So this was about maybe a month ago. I don't fully remember when it was, but this was a while back. Maybe a month ago, I can say. If I had to pinpoint a time, it could be a month ago, roughly a month ago, or 2-3 weeks. And I didn't even think this story was like a big deal until I told my sister and my dad, and they were like freaking out, and I'm like, okay, I didn't realize. I'm sorry. I look like a hot mess with my glasses on. But I'm sick, like just bear with me. Anyways, so if you guys didn't know, I bus to school. I'm getting my license at the end of this month, so just chill, like less than 30 days, so like just chill. But I bus to school, and I'm sure a lot of people do. They take the public transit. Anyways, so I checked my time, and my bus stop is very close to my house, so I usually leave like literally like 2 minutes before, so, or like 3 minutes before. So this particular day I was running out because I always run out. So I was running out of my house, and I see this girl, and she's running to the bus stop too, and we just see like the bus kind of like, it was like far in the distance, and I know I missed that bus, but I was like, whatever, like I'm still gonna go to this bus stop because around the time that I was at this bus stop, a lot of buses come by anyway. So she comes and meets me up. She's a teenager. She's like exactly my age, and I'm pretty sure she went to a school that I'm pretty familiar with, like the sister school of my high school. So I was like, okay, cool, like it's all Gucci. Like I didn't even think anything of it. I was just listening to my headphones after I sat on like the bus bench, and like she came in the shelter and like started going on the phone. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Like I'm just listening to my music, like Bryson Tiller, something R&B, because I'm really into the R&B like playlist right now on Spotify. If you guys don't know it, it's called The Newness. So good. Anyway, so I'm sitting on this thing, and I'm like listening to my headphones, like literally jamming. I'm like, don't play with it, don't be dishonest. And I could hear her through my headphones anyway, and she was like saying to her friend, she's like, yeah, like come pick me up or something like that, like I missed the bus, well look, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, like, and I was even thinking in my head, I'm like, lucky bitch, this bitch gets a ride while I'm like waiting in the cold. And it's snowing in this season right now in my area, and if you guys know, Canada kind of gets some pretty butch snow, but our snow isn't that bad this year, hallelujah. But I was thinking in my head, I remember because I was hearing, I'm like, lucky bitch, she gets a ride, and I'm here sitting in the cold. It wasn't that cold that day, but it was cold enough. So I'm like, lucky bitch. And I was like, text the bus number, when are you coming? It was coming in like about 10 minutes, and I'm like, lucky bitch, this bitch gets a ride, and I'm chilling here waiting for my bus to come. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And I'm like waiting, and then like, so this car rolls by, like you could see it from this, and it's coming by, and then she talks to me. And for some reason I always have like a feeling when I know someone's gonna talk to me, and she was talking to me, and I'm like I could hear her in my headphones, of course. I'm like, me? So like she's like, do you think we missed the bus? And I like take off my headphones. I'm like, what? She's like, do you think we missed the bus? I'm like, yeah. Then she's like, my friend's here to drive me to like a closer bus stop. Did you want to come in the car with me? I didn't I didn't have any hesitation, probably because one, she was a girl, and girls are less intimidating. I don't know if it's that just me, but in my opinion, they're more less intimidating. And two, she was a teenager, so I felt safe getting into the car with her and her friend, which I was pretty sure which was a girl actually. So I was like, awesome, cool. And I'm like, yeah, sure. So I get into the car with her friend and we drive off to like this other bus stop. Totally a waste of time. I'm like, first of all, if you are whipping, why are you only driving us to another bus stop? Bitch, drive me to school. But she stops by a house by this bus stop, parks there, and we get out of the car. I'm like, okay. This drive was 2 to 3 minutes. I'm like, okay, and we just wait at this other bus stop. I could have waited at my other bus stop and I could have been on the bus by then. But no, so we're waiting here. Like while we get off the car, we see the bus pass us, which that bus is gonna pass us and go through my neighborhood and then come pick us up at this bus stop that they took us to. I don't know why. I don't know why. And they were just having their own conversation in the car. Like she was like talking about her weird dream she had. And I'm like, okay. And then like when we went to go wait in the next bus stop, they were just talking about like driving and how her friend got her license, and like she was really annoying. Like no, she wasn't annoying, but she was like her friend seemed annoyed by her, the one that drove us. She seemed so annoyed by her, like because she talked so much and said such unnecessary things, and she was like a girl that like talked about all these boys she had and like, oh my god, this and that, and like her friend was like, but do I care? Like that was the look she was giving off, which I found funny. And that is literally it. That is the story time of how I got into a stranger's car. And it doesn't sound sketchy, but about 2 days after, I was sitting on my mom and dad's bed talking to my sister and my dad, and I was telling them about it. Like I said it funny, and I was like, haha, yeah, like I went to some stranger's car, haha. And they're like, bitch, what? And I'm like, yeah, like whatever. Like I didn't think it was anything, and I told them about it and they were freaking out. My dad's like,
don't do that, Angel, like you never know, like what if they were planning something and that was their plan all along, like they just like pick you up and like she was working with some guy and he was kidnapping you and he was in that car.
And I'm like, I don't know, I didn't see it as that, just because they're teenagers, they were girls, and like what a coincidence for us. Like I don't know, it didn't seem like anything, like we missed the bus at the same time, and that's unlikely. Like how can you plan that? So I was like, I don't know, like dad, it's all good. And he's like,
no, next time you call me, I'll pick you up, I'm driving you, da da da, I don't trust you, out there you are.
and I'm like, it's all good. And I'm laughing, and my sister's like, no,
like this seriously isn't a joke, like why would you go into someone's car?
and I'm like, I don't know. And really thinking about it, that was not a smart idea of me to do. And like I said, I thought it was a harmless situation. I didn't think anything of it. I just thought I was getting into a car of some teens that like went to a school that my school's like really close with, and I didn't think anything of it. I should have maybe thought something of it. Like I even texted my friend, and I texted her when I was in the car, and I'm like, I'm in a random's car right now, and like I just thought it was a joke. I thought it was funny, but yes, it was stupid. So the moral of the story is, do not get into strangers' cars, because you never know what can happen. Remember, you're in a moving vehicle, so if something did happen, the chances of you getting out of that vehicle are unlikely. And even if you were to contact 911, it's hard to track down a moving vehicle, so you never know. So don't get into people's cars. That's my thing I want to tell you guys. And be cautious with strangers. Like I said, she just seemed normal and fine, and like literally like I was not threatened at all. But I mean, that's also how predators like to come off as. They want to come off nice and friendly and like they're helping you and this and that. So keep that in mind. I know the story is short, but I thought it was very smart to tell you guys, and something very very interesting that I thought you guys I should let you guys know. If you guys have ever been in situations like this, where like any situations you guys have been in with a stranger that you just think like, why did I do that, let me know, because I'm extremely curious and I want to know, just so I'm not alone. That was a dumb idea, but I'm safe and I am in one piece. A little sick, but I am in one piece right now, and I went through that situation gracefully, okay? Okay, and that's all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. My period talk video will be coming soon, and I want to do a crochet braids video, like all about my crocheted braids, soon as well. And that's all I have to say. I love you guys so much, remember that. And yeah, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and that's all I had to say. Leave some requests down below. I'm curious. I want to know what you guys want from me so I can give it to you. And I have a lot of story times that I want to tell you guys. Anyways, I have some other story times. I have another stalker story about my work staff and how he actually followed me home. And I have another one where like I almost crashed my parents' car 2 times. Was that 3? 2 times. Like, I have a bunch of story times that are really interesting, and I love telling story times because I feel like they just connect you guys and bring you guys deeper into my life. And a lot of them always have a message with them, like a hidden message inside, which is very important. And a lot of my story times lately have been evolving around like strangers and just keeping yourself safe, because that's very important, and this world is getting crazier and crazier every day. Like, have you guys heard about the pro-rape groups that are being started? If you guys haven't heard about it, just look it up. They are ridiculous and so stupid. I can't even believe our world has come to this. But yeah, everybody stay safe out there. I love you guys. Again, I'm rambling at this point, but yeah, bye guys, and remember, it's not goodbye, it's see you later. Mwah.